All right, guys, we're live. Welcome to the chat, or welcome to, whatever. I'm going to have my chat all the way here in the little corner so I can see you. So if you guys say anything, have any questions, whatever it is, let me know. I got you guys. Uh, just getting everything set up right now. All right. You have any questions, anything to point out? I will take a look at it. All you got to do is let me know. I will do exactly that. Right now, so Tesla is probably going to be a play today, obviously. Um, there's a lot of crap going on right now in the market. I'm just going to readjust this a bit. Let's see. Sometimes you'll hear sounds. Those are my news tickers and stuff. Let me see what's going on. That was a Discord sound, if you guys know. That's where I got some of my news for. Just seeing if there's anything interesting going on right now. Nothing of particular interest. I do think Netflix is going to be a short. I don't know if it's today. It's probably today. I think for the next few days, Netflix is going to be short. By the way, can you tell my mic is a lot better? So it's the same mic, obviously, but I got a new pop sock and stuff for it, so the quality should be better. If it's not, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, cool. So now I think I'm mostly set up. I need to set up my alerts. I'm a little bit late today. I'm very uh, hammered, but it's all good. I'm gonna set this as my level for Tesla. I am probably going to do credit spreads below 700 or above 750. I'm gonna go into credit spreads. So, watch for that stuff. I was gonna say shit, but that doesn't make any sense. All right. So we're gonna do crosses above. All right. The problem with these alerts also is that you just kind of, I don't know, it's just tough sometimes because they all come around the same time because the whole market kind of moves together. I'm gonna show you what I mean by Netflix is a short. I need to get shakes or something so I can drink while I'm here, eat. I need to consume food at some level. I should go just. I usually just take lunch, but I don't know. It's not gonna fly forever. I gotta figure something out. Jesus, I can barely read this. So what I'm doing right now is I have several other monitors in my office, and so I've got I've got approximately. Let me see. I can do the math real quick. Nine. I've got about 27 uh, different stocks up with their daily charts and their intraday charts on in front of me. So that is what I'm kind of dealing with right now. And so that's how I'm kind of viewing how I'm going to be playing all this is through these things. They give me what I like is the context that you get from the daily. I think it's very important to trade with a daily open sometimes. Not the whole time, like when you're doing day trading and stuff like that. You don't need to necessarily stare at it, but to make longer term positions and plays and swings and stuff like that is very, very important to have the context in mind always. So I'm gonna go through the list really quickly. I'm gonna skip some of these stocks because some of them aren't worth trading. Uh, for now, at least. I mean, there's a stock that won a patent. So theirs is it's called BIIB. We were actually watching it to fill that gap some time ago. I'll show you guys right now. we were watching it fill this gap, and we were like, all right, nice. And then we were like, oh, it's probably gonna skip it. So we were waiting on this earnings report. It didn't beat, and then this next one it did, plus news. So it just fucking took off like crazy. And so these fucking options are off the charts. I actually will show you what I mean right now. Let me just get one that's I don't know, going in deep in the money. Actually, you know what? So if we were to go back in time, so if we were to say right before 10:21, actually I might have to go to on demand. So let's do 10:22 Yeah, 10:22 like morning. I mean, we missed the whole thing, so we don't really think about it too much, but like it was interesting for sure. All right, I'm opening up these options right now. So if you pick the 25th, if you pick the, oh yeah, I gotta go forward one day. Or more days. No, there we go. And let me pick. Let's do 22, and then let's do. So it's first thing in the morning, so let's just do 6:30. Yeah, so that's where we're starting. So we jump from here. This whole gap fill happened. I'm trying to see if I can find these options for that week. So let's say we pick this one. I don't know why I'm doing this. I shouldn't be. I should be focusing on the charts right now, but I'm kind of curious. Because I remember not looking at it. So, what did I send here? Oh, I sent it to number 1. Alright, I gotta send it to number 1. Does the same thing, I guess. It's possible that it didn't react at all, which would be interesting. No, not really. These options did not. I mean, yeah, they're not good. All right, cool. Interesting. Side note, cool to know. It's important. Let's go back to today, like the real world. Stupid. If you got any, if there's anyone in the chat, say hi, chat. What's up? What's going on? How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. All right, let me show you guys Netflix real quick. All right, so Netflix, this is very good reversal turnaround. I really do think that it could turn around, but I need to break 369.7. I don't know what it's at right now. It's probably already there. And if that is the case, I will indeed. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so let's set these levels. Motherfucker. All right. So I'm gonna set this low. I'm gonna set this low level right here. I'm gonna set this high level right here. Yeah, just give yourself a little bit margin. Always go out just a tad, because you don't want to get in right at anything. Roku is at 128, so that's an important thing to keep an eye on right now. I'm gonna take a look at it, like in a minute. Create alert withdrawing. I'm trying to get a little bit more accurate with these. This is fun. Okay, so Roku. I think first thing I'm gonna trade today is Netflix, but let me make sure that I shouldn't. Okay, low level on Roku, 125, high level 127. So that's what I want to see on a break. I haven't set up my targets yet, but Roku's a fucking mover, so we could hit 130 like that. So yeah, Roku is my second play, so I will put that up somewhere so I can look at it. Oh, I have my mouse right here. What just hit? AMD hit my price alert below 49, which is pretty good. We still got 30 minutes to open, so that's fine. I got a little bit of extra time to kind of figure this daily charting out right now. Yeah, we're fucking dumped. Holy shit. My phone is charging like ludicrously slow. I might need to find a new, like a brick or something. I don't know. Just setting up here, chat. No sweat, no rush, no nothing. Keep it cool. accidentally unplugged the mic, so just making sure we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, okay. So this new charger is way, way faster. I don't know what the hell I'm using with this thing. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the mic again real quick, so just give me a sec. So I think the mic is good. Amazon or AMD is dumping right now. You can see it right here. It broke through basically everything that I was kind of hoping and expecting it to do. I don't know why. I need to watch the other microchip. So now is the time to check Qualcomm, which I'm in. I'm in a Qualcomm puts, and I need it to go down to 79 by the end of this week for me to be profitable on it. However, it does not really matter so. What the fuck is going on with my phone? Oh. It does not matter so much because, all right. All right, let's focus up. Sorry about that. Just getting some stuff sorted out so don't sweat it. Remember, when you're trading, be calm, collected, cool, composed. You're not here to make money. You're here to learn. You're here to grow as a person with your abilities, all that jazz. Okay, you're not here to make a quick $10,000. So just remember that. All right, it's important to keep in mind. I'm serious. So, yeah, I'm just starting to get myself prepared. I'm a little, like I said, I'm on a little late of a start today. I'm lagging in my head. It's fucking annoying. No, okay, I'm being like way too mopey. My bad, y'all. This is not an exciting way to begin today. You could make a fucking change in your life today. So just remember that. Just be smart. Let's do this. All right. You know what, lol? Let's plug my Instagram now. Go to Instagram.com at KonigSkeld. That's my Instagram. Follow me. I'll follow.
I'd never played a day of organized football.
I'm trying to find. All right, so we got. Should probably keep a list somewhere. But AMD's dump is kind of important. I don't know why it did that first thing. My fucking shoulder is killing me. So Qualcomm pushing down. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see a recovery on Qualcomm right now, but anything could happen. So. Okay, I just saw it. So the stream has a tad bit of a delay, so that's kind of interesting. So I think for this, what I'd probably want is much lower latency in order to get this to be a lot more effective. All right. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm extremely distracted. I'm probably just gonna have to cycle through these repeatedly. That's probably gonna be the most effective way for me to keep track. Because setting alerts first thing in the morning is gonna hurt. Babo is a great thing to watch under these levels, but it pushed back up pre-market, so these are the levels that I'm looking at. I'll set an alert. Create alert. Process below. I'll set an alert there. Alert. Alright, cool. This should be fine for Baba. Beyond, no real moves apart from coming back up. So they're testing this 110, 111 part, but this was the dump area. So watch for the dump again. I'm gonna set those alerts on 110 as it gets there. I will definitely enter shorts there. But there's always a possibility that she's gonna climb, and that's why you gotta set up like higher limits for what your alerts are, so you don't get them randomly. So first thing in the morning, you're gonna get every single alert ever all at once. So that's not what you want. So don't do that. And I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Okay, so shop Microsoft and Roku. All right, I'm gonna get a phone call. So let me type. All right, I'm back. All right, so Roku's kind of tumping down. So I'll prepare those positions. Eventually, I think I'll keep Roku on watch on this screen. I'll have to definitely wait. Where can I send it? I'll send it to number 5 from here. And I can watch it. I might end up playing some stuff on a different screen, so you won't see it. I'll talk about what I'm doing, though, just for the well-being of you fine folks. All right, so we're pushing back up at 215. 215 is a pretty strong level for McDonald's. So McDonald's is interesting because it's a value stock. So sometimes it moves and sometimes it just doesn't move at all. So, but when it does that, you see something called rotations, which is where if the market is pushing in a specific direction, you'll see that this one reacts in a negative way. So if the market is moving in the upward direction, you'll typically see that the value stock is not moving in that direction. Just an interesting piece about it. So Netflix looks really good as far as shorts go. I'll probably set those levels. I might even play it intraday. So let me do that. I already have that. Okay, cool. So I do think I think it's possible that it's going to be a mover today. What is the possibility that I think it's going to... Actually, wait. Okay, so this is at the 50% level already of this drop candle, which means... So what level are we at? We're at 368. The current value of this thing is the lowest. So we're going to be here, slightly below. Oh, yeah. So we're definitely going to... Because we're going to try to fill that gap immediately, come open. So honestly, Maybe I'm just going to buy the calls outright right now. So I'll do calls, and then I'll do the puts. Okay, so in the beginning, the puts are going to get cheaper, so I should probably go a little bit more expensive. Okay, cool. So now I have these up. So what I think is going to happen is I think Netflix is going to come back up to whatever that drop level is. So we closed at what, 369. We're at 368 right now. So it's a full dollar. It's not that much money as far as like options go at first thing. It might actually fill it immediately, which wouldn't take long, but once it happens, I'll definitely expect a reversal, which is where I'll get into puts. I need to probably set my levels for the drop. 362 is not bad. So fucking far way down, honestly. Actually, I think we could probably even take it to 358, and that would be an amazing move, I think. Especially because today's Thursday, which means the options are going to move a lot harder and faster, but it also means they're going to hurt more. So that's a thing to keep in mind as of this moment. Yeah. So Tesla, I'm still being told to watch Tesla, so let me give it a. All right, so Tesla's at 707. Not much I can truly say about this stock right now. The options are just way too expensive. Adjusting these strikes is super annoying because it's like you need like 100 strikes in order to get something within your price range for this stock. Amazon's even worse typically because they're so expensive. I remember I was at some conference once, and one of the openers for whatever, there was some, what's his name, Robert Herjavec or whatever. Robert Herjavec was supposed to come to this event and stuff like that, and but they had like an opener, and that opener was this guy named Tom. I don't remember. He had but he's like big on options or whatever, and his main shtick for selling his company to people, like, because he was kind of just there to get users, was if you can't buy Amazon, buy the option, blah blah blah, all that shit, and it was like his shit was like, oh, stocks are easy, which they're not impossible, but they take a lot of skill, and you tend to lose money on it, but yeah, so he was just like that way, and I don't know, it was just kind of garbage as far as a presentation goes. It was just, I didn't have a good time with that guy. I'm gonna put some music up because I am sad inside. Not actually, I was just playing. Here we go. Josh is up, but I'm probably. Uh, Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just kind of sitting, waiting. I don't. I think I set my levels a little too big on this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it a little bit closer. If I set these levels before they're important, that's why I kind of reuse them. It's all I do when I'm picking out resistance points is just seeing where most of the like the weight, so the volume is, and the consolidations are. So for example, even in the pre-market is really important because you can figure out a lot of information. I would do this at night, but I can't because the pre-market doesn't develop until, it's the pre-market. So, that's just the thing. Uh, I think this is not a bad area. It's a 258. I think I'll go with the psychological 250, which makes, I think, the most sense to me. But yeah, I'll wait for the psychological 50 since that's usually where people either get in or out. Nice. Okay. Don't judge me. There's going to be a lot of earnings coming out in the next few weeks, so you can keep an eye out on that. That's going to be kind of interesting. I'm not going to try to play all of them because that's dangerous. I'm going to play some of them depending on what it is. I got to see. Okay, so there's some news coming out. I should really fucking full screen this. Jesus. I hate that this fucking does this. Why are you mirroring me? Like, it's dumb. Like, you don't need to do that. I'm always really dumb because I try to set things up in the middle of the market time, like it's like right now. Like I'm trying to fix something. It's so stupid. All right, I think I said I wanted to play Netflix, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at it. I like that it's kind of staying within my range. I don't know if it's gonna. I have my alert, so maybe I shouldn't be staring at it. I'm gonna take a look at some other stuff. Yeah, Qualcomm's dip is gonna be nice. I need this bitch to drop, man. 79. My spreads are fucking zero. But it's like I didn't spend much on them, so if they were to hit, I would have made a lot. So I bought these 79, 78 call spreads or put spreads, and so if Qualcomm does drop enough, my put spread should at least have a difference that's more than zero, and so as a result, I should be profitable if they're because I didn't pay much for them. It was like 1 cent for the spread, so I'm gonna switch the song because I'm playing a song in the background just for myself, and it's not working for me. So yeah, I'm just waiting on. So I gotta get some more context on some of these other plays. J.P. Morgan, the banks look like they're coming up actually. Ulta is finally coming up too. I think I tried to play Ulta sometime last week. I lost on it. I remember that. I didn't play too much though. So until Alright. I need to clear out my other screens. Jesus. I should have looked at Apple yesterday. God damn it, AMD. Alright. Okay, so AMD's down. So my range is fucking massive now. I'm gonna change this into an above. So we took support here. Obviously, you can see that, but if you check this out, Let's take a look at what this level is. 48.65, and what is this? 47.79. Oh god, this is the easiest shit ever. All right, so what's going on right now is a gap fill. So the price of the stock right now is currently at 48.72. So we're here. Okay, I wish I could like stretch this up this way. All right. Okay, so peep this. All right. We're at 48.72, which is this exact level right here. And this gap fill right here is probably about to happen, assuming it doesn't try to like take off right now. So if it does, it's going to hit 40. So we're at what? 48.72. We can probably go down to 48. So $1 on AMD is a lot. It's 2%. So I'm definitely going to set that up as one of my bigger plays today. If I do that, I'm going to buy a lot. I'm going to buy cheap and I'm going to buy a lot of them. So let me set that shit up instead. I'll switch them out with Netflix. There's too many things. I don't have enough people right now. So I do need to reset this. Touch the lightning. So I'm listening to the song. It's really good. I'm gonna include it in one of my intros probably later. I don't think they're copyrighted yet, so might as well just be like, hey. So we got 2 minutes to open. AMD is probably gonna be the play right now. Yeah. Around like maybe after the pre-market ends or after the early morning market ends, I'll go ahead and open up like the other stream as well. I'll start, kind of talking to Josh in my own way, and getting the whole market shit figured out. But in the first like bit of this pre-market, I'm gonna probably trade by myself and just do some day trading. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything that's good. Google looks like it could gap up. Actually, Google might have gapped up already. I don't know. I was only looking at the daily. Yeah. All right. What was I just looking at? Netflix. So Netflix is one of my plays, but this is. I don't know if this is great. Nah, fuck yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. It's probably gonna come down to 358 at least. But what the hell was I just looking at? There's a gap. Come on. Can she remember? Okay, sorry. Just stretching. What the fuck did I just look at? Why is my memory so garbage right now? Oh, wait. AMD. Alright, I'm going to actually set up my AMD options now, like as we're speaking. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do like 20 of these. Not 20, but I'll do 5. So it'll cost me 100 per, and I'll buy it multiple times at different points. And then I'll sell the whole thing outright. Yeah, okay, that sounds good to me. All right, so AMD is going to be my move today. All right, market's open. Let's go. Where's the fucking bid on this? Fuck, it jumped. So I'm going to wait on a pullback. All right, let's start a little smaller because I'm kind of a pussy right now because I don't know how this is going to go. Roku, kind of holding. Amazon, Netflix. Netflix crossed my low price alert. That's fucking bad. I'm watching this one. I'm waiting for the thing to develop. There's no information for me to pick something right now. Oh, damn. Netflix is dumping. And Beyond. All right, let me give everything a second to set up. There's no point in buying first thing in the morning, but everything is crossing over their levels. Beyond, I told you, it was 110 and then down there. So let me go back to Netflix real quick. Yeah, Netflix was amazing. I think I said put play, right? I hope I said put play. Oh, I did say put play because I'm fucking awesome. But I wasn't expecting it to happen like immediately in the morning, so I probably anticipate a bounce around. And also, I expected it. I mean, I was expecting it around this region, so maybe another few bucks. But let me go back to AMD. AMD's already fucking on the move though. Cause where's my thing at? Yeah, Jesus, this thing jumped, bro. All right, let's wait for this thing to kind of recover. Maybe I can squeeze some value out of it. But yeah, it's up. Okay, so let's do the math real quick. It's at 62. It's up. I would have bought it for 40. Bought 20. So it went up $22 since then. I wanted to get 5, so 22 times 5. Yeah, this is like a decent fucking trade actually. Why is this put still going up? That's weird. You should be getting squeezed right now. Did it hit my low ticker? My low mark? Kind of, but not really. We need this gap. I'm gonna see this gap fucking fill. I promise. All right, so 50 cents on that AMD mark below. Was that delayed? Ulta's on the way up. Alright, this wicking is goddamned amazing. Like, I love that. So, this is what's driving me to believe this thing is worth more. The price of the option has lost something. I'm going to go ahead and buy just one. But I'm going to wait just one more minute. Wait for this candle. Just fully... Because this level is just getting absolutely rejected. So, it's already jumped. Jesus Christ, this is fucking volatile. Oh, right, because it's under... See, my exposure is getting higher every time I'm wrong. That's so weird. So the downside is not affecting it as much. Like it's moving up, so it's wrong, right? So every time it does that, it doesn't lose as much value. Fascinating. Oh yeah, also the fucking puts are up 110%. That's why this is happening. I didn't realize that. How much did we drop overnight? Yeah, because we're down 2.5%. That's why. Alright, I think we're in for the dump now. I mean, there's a lot of buying pressure kicking in. I can see it on level 2, but now it's like not. It's rejecting right now. 61. Alright, let me watch it break 48. There we go. That's what I like. See if I get filled. This is still the bid, or this is where their kind of meeting is. So yeah, goddamn. Okay, so now it's almost up 100%. So if I were to buy it at earlier when it was 40, I would have done pretty well for myself. But apparently Qualcomm is dumping as well, so I might actually get that. I'm not in a mood to chase this though, so I'm gonna probably leave this stock now because it's kind of done what I wanted it to do, and it happened too early. So I didn't know how I was gonna handle it. So Qualcomm kind of continuing a dump. Everything's moving actually similarly. SPY is on a downtrend right now, so that's important. So Tesla hit, is that 687? Oh my fucking god, this thing is turning into Amazon straight up. Maybe I should play Tesla. Jesus, this is gonna hurt if I fuck up. Hey, better than never. Alright, let's do 800s on the call side, and then do 605 on the put side, and let's get this fucking ready. So 700 is critical. It doesn't fucking matter who you are. 700 is that level. So we're seeing that bounce right now. I could probably see this thing run for a little while. So that's what I'm waiting on. It's pushing, yeah. The call's jumping fast. So I'll probably buy one. Ah, fuck me. It's already at 300. I like this volume, kind of. Alright. I might be a little quiet when I'm trying to figure this shit out, so just bear with me. Me, bear with me. Because, again, this is for myself, so I can look back at it and see what I did. Alright. Why don't I see a pattern here? This is weird. So what? Oh, it's because I don't have levels set. So 710. If it crosses 710, I could see it push up. There we go. That's why this was like confusing for a second. So crossing 710 already got rejected here, so that's good. It's a good sign. And we got the VWAP as a support here, so that's one thing. It is possible that Amazon dumped even further. Yeah, there it is. Or AMD. I can take a look at what my option was, and I'll tell you. And I'll cry about it. There it goes. Sorry, I was just adjusting my mic again. My 48 option is at 77 now. So it gained a fuck ton. Jesus. I wish I didn't underestimate how far I thought this could go. That's annoying. This isn't unique. This is the entire market just dumping right now. That's not a good sign. Below? Oh. All right. 700 and 695 are pushing to be a good level. Yeah. You want direct movements, and it's cool that AMD is doing that. I'm really annoyed that I'm not in it. Could have taken it any time. Made like, I could have made actually yesterday's thing like immediately. Apparently Roku just pulled some shit, so I'm about to see what it is. Netflix is trying to recover fully. Holy fucking hell. So Roku just dumps, right? And then it just fucking goes the completely opposite direction. And I think that's what I'm going to trade. A lot of people don't want to trade it right now, but I probably won't either because that's not smart. But I'll keep an eye on it. Jesus, my shoulder's actually killing me. Alright, here's the thing that's going on with me right now, and I think it's pretty obvious to myself at least. I am like interested in, I'm trading right now, right? I'm trading, quote unquote, but I don't see anything, right? But I'm forcing a lot because it's like these things are moving so hard. I'm like, oh, I should get in. AMD was my only good one that I picked out so far, and I don't know how much of that is on me. Well, yeah, look at Roku go. So I'm trying to. I think I'm mentally forcing a trade, but look at this thing go, right? I can't just reject it. My level is 130. Maybe I'll take it actually. So I hope this is not a forced trade, but it totally could be. I mean, I'll determine how it goes based on my emotions about it, but I'll wait for the setup to happen properly. Because I could probably do this in a smart way. Let me think. So this is the level of support that they're, not this one, but this one. Yeah, right there. Okay, cool. So if I can see support build off out of here, I'm gonna load into one. And just in case, I'll put a put on too. All right. So this return is good. Let me take a look at the intraday charts. I think easy touch on 28.92, so 29. All right, see that wicking? It's pretty good. The volume is nice. It's above average right now. It's slow and then dipped up. So I need to see this thing start pushing. All right, let's take it. Interesting. I tend to do that. I tend to like go for a play and then I pause right as it is about to happen. I don't know why I'm a bit emotional about these things sometimes. I think it's like I don't want to get caught in a complete reversal, but you know what? That doesn't happen that often. And when it does, I better be ready. That's it. Set my levels, get out. That's it happens. Part of the game. So I'll go ahead and trade this when I'm good and ready though, but I'm not gonna force myself. I like that the price of it's getting squeezed out. I did miss that $20 extra cushion that I could have taken. So I need this to start pushing down in order for me to want it. It's facing some sort of resistance. It's a 128.30. Where are you coming from, buddy? Oh, wait, I can try here. Is it this thing? Oh, it is this thing. This wick right here. This is where a super powerful support happened. So we're getting a similar push now. We need, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for it to break 128.43 probably. If it can do that, then I'll play the position. Wow, that's exactly the number that I said. But I said break it, so don't touch it. You got to break it. But it looks like it's going for that run. But this totally could just turn into a complete reversal, especially after this stunt right here. Let's see. I should probably take a look at the ADD real quick just to see market health. It should be low side today. Oh, you know what? Why it's not loading? It's because you got to put a dollar sign in front of it. Yeah. Okay. So not fantastic. So this red that I'm seeing, but Roku is also independent of the market typically. All right. So we did break the thing. Is the volume good? It's not fucking good. But how time is it? 30 seconds in. We got half the volume. Not too bad. There we go. Now it's pushing for it. I still can go to 130, so I think I'll take this play now. Okay, it's at $2 now. I'll throw myself a little bit less risk out there and just put in a dollar. I'm not too comfortable with putting on 2 for this play because it seems too risky to me. Like anything could happen. It might even try to recover this entire fill. Was this a gap fill that it's trying to get? Let's fill that gap yesterday. This might be a little bit better. I mean, I don't know. This is tough because it's like I'm really just not comfortable with this stock right now. I'm just looking at the other market stuff today. You can see it's actually kind of moving slow despite the fact that it's moving. I'm gonna take a look at AMD real quick. So AMD full bounce back. All right, so it fully filled this gap here. So that's impressive. It's holding at this level. So let me go back to Roku. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, see, it's this rejection shit is not my cup of tea because my exact option now has just decreased back to 180. Actually, it's at a price where I'm comfortable buying it, so I'm probably gonna buy it on this turnaround. Yeah, right now. Yeah. Damn, did it like seriously just tank? Someone just got filled cheaper. Level 2 is not bad. The volume isn't that great. I'm probably going to sell this. I think I made $1 on that. But it cost me some to go in and out. So, oh, I made $4. How did I get filled at? Oh wait, I can check here. I got filled at 176, sold at 180. Okay. Like I told you, I was not entirely too comfortable with this. I felt that I felt that it was gonna push some of it back, so I was like, oh, I'll take that. But that's basically what just happened. Yeah. Roku's not my cup of tea. I think I'm gonna look at some other stuff though. I got my trading itch out though. Nope. Nothing. I feel like I need to have a default view. And I need to find a way to save it because I don't like zooming in all the time. It's fucking annoying. Okay, Amazon might be the play. Because check this out. Okay, so Amazon's currently getting rejected. This might be a SPY thing. Yeah, it is a SPY thing. So it's not following exactly in tandem, but you can watch. If you look at SPY right now, you'll see that SPY is kind of getting rejected by this level that it's at right now. It's moving very similar. Apparently there's a bull flag on Apple. I'm going to take a look. I will be the judge of that. Yeah, absolutely. This is not a fucking bull flag at all. This is the least bull flag bull I've ever seen. But this wicking, bro, I'm so unprofessional sometimes, holy shit. This wicking is amazing. And the reason I like it is because it's a lot of buying pressure. But look at this volume, it's terrible. Why does it change up my... Why did it turn this into Apple? That's weird. Where's my option at? I traded the 129 calls. Yeah. So let me see. I think it's at... Yeah, this bitch lost value. Holy shit. That was a good fucking call on my part. Holy fuck. $30? Yeah, Roku just complete turnaround. I'm telling you, man, this thing was not a comfortable trade. However... Every time it does this, I like it more. So I'm gonna watch 127.40 for the support right now. It's probably gonna push back. I don't know if it's actually gonna push back past that. I usually look around the 50% points of the candles because that's usually where supports kind of kick in. They're also 40. It depends on the stock, but they have different comfort levels. So here's a cool thing. If this thing comes back to here, this option will come back approximately that same value. So on the same thing, I could make like an extra $40, $30. Probably 50 if it hits 190 again. So that's... Oh, my fucking shoulder, man. Oh, my... Now, you see that? But that volume is trash, so I'm watching out for that. Remember, you're not here to rush. You're here to learn. Oh, yeah, I should be fucking making pictures, too. See that? It's picking up a little bit. Ah. Yeah, my shoulder's fucking me up right now. I wonder if UAL kept going. I'm like a little bit. I'm like low key depressed because I wanted to get the UAL option for this week at 82 because I looked at the daily and I was like, oh yeah, this is a very call. I said it on this day. You can go to the stream. I said on this day that this is gonna be a call, and it took off and my position went up like 70, 80%. I sold it a bit early because if I held it, I would have made I'd hit like 160. So it made like 200%. So I should have waited because now it's like it fell in the money hard. And if I got this week, I would have been up over 400% easily. So that's fucking awesome. I'm like upset about it actually. I can probably go back and look at the history because I don't know what I'm looking for. So okay. I'm just trying to look for some music because I'm bored. Okay, so what was I talking about? I'm talking about UAL. I'll show you two things. I'll show you the. Actually, can I see him? I don't think I can see him. Actually, it doesn't fucking matter. I know what my strike was. So I got the 82s. So my 82s are still up a lot, actually. So I bought them for 60. On this day, I bought them around here. Then I woke up and I sold them around 120, 30 maybe. I mean, I think it was like 25. And then it continued another, like it almost hit 200, which was really good. And that was next week. So if you peep this week's, and I think I could have gotten a little bit closer for this one because this week's is, no, I couldn't have gotten in the money because that would have cost me more. All right, so if you look at this thing, around the same time, how much could I have gotten this for? Because this was this week, right? So that, whoops. Okay, so let me see. Cross above. I'll check in a second. I picked on this day, so this is 2-4. Alright, now I'll put on Netflix. Oh, there it fucking goes. AMD's probably doing the same thing then. So 2-4, right? So on this day, oh yeah, fuck, I'm so good. So if you spent $60 on it, that next day it hit 170. It came back down, but then later once it hit deeper in the money, it hit 2.5. So that's like 25. That's what, $250 off a $60 investment. Congrats, dude. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, I need to stop. So, yeah, still thinking. I need to do like a Spotify playlist when I'm doing this fucking shit. Cause I need someone to listen to. So Netflix fully recovered as far as this goes. Now, actually, if I'm being totally honest, Netflix looks really good as far as calls go. Holy shit. Okay, I know my levels. 371.67. If it beats it, I'm gonna go in on Netflix. I'll go in a little bit bigger on this one. Like instead of 100, I'll put in 200. I do like it, and the 15 minutes just formed, so I just need that shit to hold, but it's not holding right now. Roku's coming back up actually around the point where I said when I wanted to get out, and it started coming back up. So I'll take a look at what my option is now. So I was looking at this week, right? 129, 185. Yeah, it came up. What did I say? $50, man. I checked it out. It's up there. I need to start following through with my fucking plays, man. I'm so not doing it. Spy is like, kind of pushing back up after coming down to low day. Low day was 332.8. I literally cannot tolerate this shoulder pain right now. The fuck. Oh, I know why. It's because my brother was here and I got drunk yesterday and I fucking fought me. And I got him in a headlock and he fucking bit me. He's older, by the way. He's like a lot older. Not that much older, but he's older. Alright, Roku's going for a reverse H, and I'm going for that reverse H as well. So, every time. What did I say? I'm always doing some weird shit. Yeah, this is good. Volume is not good, though, so that's a concern. Are you fucking... No way. Ulta moved up $9. 9 points. Probably talking points, right? Alright, we broke the H, so it's time to go. The original calls are 205 now. So they're pushing up. So I could have got these for 140 when I saw it here, but pussies don't make money. That's just what it is. So you can't be a wuss about it. I am trying to mentally, I think, preserve some gains from these last few days, but I think I ought to be a little bit smart now because I'm not going to make any more if I don't get smart. So that's one. I don't have any views. McDonald's might be a short in the near future of the next few days. Yeah, I definitely think it could be. It looks like it's curving down. So I just want to pop my. Oh Jesus! There goes Disney. 142. It's been at that level forever. Ugh. Lockheed Martin's up like less than 1% today. Yeah, the market's kind of choppy right now. Still, I mean that makes sense over the last few days. Tesla. Oh yeah, there it goes. All right. All right. Yeah, yeah. Tesla's definitely gonna make a push for this level. It's not gonna be a pussy about this all day. So let me get something prepared for myself. All right, let's do the 1772 calls. 17? Is that really right? No, sorry. That's just the market volume on this one. Oh, this is fine. I'm fine with this price. So I'm just gonna wait for it to get to 740. So I'm gonna wait for it to cross 1720 or 725 even. You should definitely see some pullback here. I'm hoping not a full rejection and turnaround, but we'll see. Yeah, this thing is going to at least 1735. 1731 is a better breakout, though. Alright. It's starting to get above it. Volume is good. Not for this candle. Volume is picking up here. Level 2 is not my favorite. Yeah, okay, it's this thing right here, 1728 that's pushing. So this is what I want it to beat. If it can beat it, then I'm good. We're good till at least 1735, and I think that's solid. And then at 730, I'm probably gonna face some resistance, and that's gonna annoy me, but I should probably just go with it. Well, maybe now I should just wait for it to beat 730. All right. Yeah, the price of that option jumped. God damn. Yeah, okay, so sometimes, like, what I just did now was like, wait for this. Nope, now wait for this. No, wait for this. That doesn't work. That's going to fucking squeeze you out all the time. So you're going to miss every single move, period, from that. So don't do that. And to future me, don't do that again. Like, that's annoying. The move isn't amazing as far as the option goes because it went from, what, 220 to 274. It's like $54. That's not that great. But for every dollar goes up now, it's worth a lot more. So I'm thinking about it now. 274. So let's see. So 300. What are you gonna push for? Yeah, Tesla's gunning for a run, yo. But we're back at open. $740 was big these last few days. Yeah, this is really good and easy, actually. Yeah, okay, so Now it's up over $100, and that's a good move. So, I kind of hate myself because I had plenty of time. Funny enough, Tesla's on my alert point. So, but me now watching this having changed has pissed me off a lot. Like I don't care for it as much now. So that sucks. All right, what time is it? What in the fuck? Okay, yeah, I'm so dumb, dude. I could have gotten it so many times, but it's just gunning for it, right? Overtly cautious gets you nothing. That's a very important lesson right now. Just being cautious about everything is so stupid. I made $4. That's it. All right, let me see if I can get my emotions out of this game and start playing again for real. Let me just resize my thing. All right. Okay, so we're pushing for levels here. Support's not here. Support's here. 735. So I'm gonna wait for a pullback to around 735, and I'm gonna get in. Yeah, I like this volume a lot. Yeah. That wicking's good. What time is it? All right, we're about to get a new candle, so I'm gonna wait till that. Maybe not. No. I'm not gonna wait for that. You see, here's the thing. If you don't have direct, exact instructions, you're not going to do anything. So it's doing what I'm trying to do. So it's breaking 740. So maybe I should probably do this better and set up my 740 as my level. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to get in. Actually, let me let it break the high a day so it doesn't get rejected by it. So 747. In that case, all right. I'm doing it again, but I think this is probably important. Let me wait for 750. If it breaks 750, then I can take it to 765. So I'm going to wait because even then, the options have a ton of value once even once they go further. So I'll be mostly okay. So, but I have to pick a new option now. Expect to pull back to around 740, maybe 745, and that's where I'll get in. I don't like this level 2. It's like not very supportive. I think there's a lot of people who might get crushed soon. It's possible. All right. I'm going to go back and look at what my original... All right, here we go. All right, I'm clearly not comfortable with putting in this much, so I'm going to try a little lower. This volatility can kill you, man. I think one problem is as I go into this, I'm like way too afraid of losing, right? Because this thing fucking hit $100 already. I'm way too afraid of losing. So like I can't handle these fucking little red ones. And that's a shame. Okay. I think now I'll get in. Okay, so I can feel myself getting a little too emotional about this whole thing. Um, so now I'm trying to disconnect my emotion and trying to just get in, but I'm having a very difficult time because, and I just want to move away from this stock and go to something else, but that doesn't make any sense because this is a stock that's making money. So why on earth am I? So you see, I'm upset that I missed out on most of this move because I was here, and now it's here, and I missed the whole thing. I watched it move that far. So this is my own fault because I'm setting up too many things, and you can see that I'm climbing the ladder without ever having gotten in, and that's dumb on my part. Yeah, see, it hit 760. I mean, actually, I think we might hit 787. Is that what I'm seeing? 779. Okay. All right. Last level. I'm gonna get in here. All right. Good volume. Let's get in. Come on, fill. I don't want to get filled on a downtrend though. Once I see its support. There's too much. So I'm switching up these options again. No, this volume's too small. Always pick a chart that has good volume. See, I can comfortably probably trade this amount without like losing my mind. So I'll do that. All right, I'm comfortable. I can do this. Okay, so how did that happen? Did someone just get filled at this point? It's not worth that much. Dude, these options are weird. And I'm glad I'm not in because that fucking sucks. But like, also, what the fuck is going on? This is a good pullback. Where the fuck did this option go? We better see some supports at this 150. You're gonna start seeing buying kick in, but I don't know how strong it's gonna be. All right. Please don't dump on me. Yeah, I'm not. Oh my gosh, damn. $30 already? Jesus Christ. These options are not good. I might end up panic selling. I can feel myself doing it. I feel myself drawn to clicking that button. I'm not a fan of this trend. Okay, this is not that great. Alright. I am down a fuck ton. Probably lost like $50 just now. Yeah. That's fine. So something is up with these options, obviously. They're pricing in very weird changes. And they're not reacting appropriately. Like they're waiting and then they're dumping all at once. Oh hey, I just saw this. Hey, hi, do you think about the new US House Democrats want to create an nationwide. Oh, in Tesla? Okay, so as far as the uh House Democrats creating a network, let me just make sure you're still here. Okay, so all right, there's a lot of y'all here. Okay. So here's the thing. So when it comes to actual implementing like fundamental changes in like the US infrastructure, it is very difficult for these things to be kind of seen through. So what's actually probably causing this change in Tesla is, you know what? Let me monitor the news because I think you actually have a good point here. So okay, so one of the things is, as it depends on how these caucuses actually go as well. So the Iowa caucus that just happened, depending on how that one kind of goes, that would affect how the market would react in general. Like, so not just Tesla, but the overall market right now. So Tesla coming up the way that it is a few different things. It's like insane volume for trying to recover this move that just happened, because this move was huge, right? And it was very unprecedented. And the reason that this happened, I actually covered in my video yesterday, but I can explain in short, which is essentially what ended up happening was they were finally profitable after a serious cash burn that was very problematic for them. And as a result, when they finally beat the cash burn, because they had already established infrastructure, they were able to take off. Now, the US Democrats trying to create a like EV charging network is already kind of done by Tesla. So them implementing this does not change the feasibility of Tesla as far as being a long-term company. What it does change is how easy it is for a lot of them. But that that has, some level of variance that you have to kind of pay attention to. I don't think that this current rising is directly affected by that. I think that this current rising is picking up. See this volume right here? It's really high, right? This is a lot of the same volume that went into these moves over these last few days. So I think this is a recovery from something called the hype cycle. So I'll show you what that is because it's pretty interesting. And we saw it with Bitcoin way back when. So this is a picture of what the hype cycle looks like. So when you kind of get, so innovation trigger is what happened when Tesla finally became profitable. The inflated expectations is roughly where we are right now. You can actually see, I'll show you, I think there was a graph that demonstrated that Tesla and Bitcoin were kind of in line with each other. So Tesla and Bitcoin. So stock. That's probably charts that I should be looking for. So it's this parabolic move. These tend to draw in a lot of attention from previous days. So people are trying to get this parabolic move again. And by the way, if you're on stream with me, I think you just saw me trade Tesla. So one of the bigger problems here is that these options are really fucked. They're skewed actually. So I can actually demonstrate how that happens is when you buy puts, big hedge fund companies buy puts, and as a result, come on, let's give me the grid. Oh, that's why. I'm gonna unlink this. 1 second, just give me a second. 3, so there. So I'm gonna link this to 3. All right, cool. My computer did not blow up yet. So if we look at the option chain, you'll always see that a put side version of the put side version of any stock is always rightly skewed. So they act very weird. Now, right now, more than ever, I've never seen a stock's options behave so erratically. It's not, ideal. Does that kind of, but as far as your question about the politics affecting the charging network, there is definitely a certain amount of hype to it that kind of pushes the stock. That is not directly the reason for the current rise on this stock. Does that, I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but basically a lot of the volume that we're seeing today is the volume that we've been seeing on these last few moves. So now the volume that we're kicking here, so we had around this day, we had I can actually probably find out the amount of volume per trade. So it was like 4.2, 4 billion. So all the volume we have on that day is actually starting to kick in again here. We're getting about half of it. So this is because, after this huge drop, people are trying to figure out what the actual value of Tesla is. And that's based on their, evaluation in general. So the EV networks will have a longer term effect on whether or not Tesla is a profitable company, but as of this moment, it shouldn't have any, genuine effect like that. Okay, I also have no idea of this rising, so I'm trying to find the current rising and currently listening to your explanation very carefully. Okay, what I will do is I'll explain it a little bit more in depth. Now, I did this on a previous video. It should be titled something about Tesla. Tesla's rise like 440%. So on this day, I had bought an option for the stock, and the reason I did that for the earnings play, and it's because I knew that they were probably going to announce that they were profitable. Because if they weren't profitable, the company would completely zero out. And Elon Musk is a bit of a talker, so and he hadn't said anything. So that's just a anecdotal reference. But what's going on right now with this stock is this was the first time they proved that they were not net negative. Okay? This is the first time that they proved that they were positive. This earnings report threw in such an insane amount of volume into like the actual opinion of how Tesla would go that everyone basically told everyone to buy Tesla. This was like a word of mouth explosion almost. And as a result, we saw insane volume and insane rises on Tesla. And so that volume is, and you can see it on this chart right here. We have significantly, if you look at the entire year, this volume is almost, I think it's 3 times more, twice as much. Yeah, it's twice as much on average. So this very intense volume pickup has pushed this stock in such a way that it took off. Now, there's one more thing that you should know. The reason it went further than before is because Tesla has a 19% short stakeholder. So 19% of people were short in Tesla. But then when they're all being wrong and Tesla's taking off, they have to do what's called covering your shorts. So they have to buy back their positions. When they buy back their positions, they end up actually like pushing they end up pushing the stock higher. And so that's what's happened over these last few days. Now, after that hype cycle kind of started to dip off, we started to see the volume fall down a bit. I mean, now it's a lot lower, but we're at average, and it's only what 2 hour 1 hour into the market. But here we're seeing still above average volume. So what we're getting is the volume from these last few days start to try to pick this stock back up. In essence, that's exactly what's going on. So the reason this rise is happening is actually kind of a mix of FOMO and previous volume and, bullish sentiment. And we're catching this bullish sentiment in the stock currently. So I hope that kind of makes sense. You can ask more questions. I'll try to answer them if there's anything specific you're wondering. But the rise is happening because of the fact that there was previous volume, bullish sentiment, that combination of things that are kind of deciding like, oh, okay, this stock is profitable, they will make me money, and people are buying them. So what tends to happen is a lot of people who are in shorts around these points tend to lose money on these, and when they do that, they cover. So when they cover, it shoves the stock even further. And so Tesla, like I said, has a very high percentage of shorters. And so those shorts are what actually push the company back up when they're not making, or when they start losing money, because they have to buy their stocks back. And so that's essentially what is causing Tesla to go up like this. I see there's like 5 other people here. What's up, guys? You guys want to say anything in the chat? Any questions that anything you want me to like go over? I think I said this earlier in today's video, or during the pre-market. I said that Google is probably going to pull up, and I think we got a bullish pennant on Google. So I'm going to take a look at it really quickly. See what's going on. Yep, fucking hell. Okay, so listen. I'm not amazing at executing on this. Yeah, no problem, Kim. Thank you for your question. Do you have any other questions? Any other stocks that you're interested in? But no, I mean, I'm terrible at execution, but I'm very good at finding out, kind of directionals and stuff like that. So you'll see earlier in the video that I was able to figure out that Google was probably going to start pushing upward because of how this is going. So, you learn how to execute. That's the second half of this. You can know everything in the world and still never make money purely because of, your inability to execute. So as you guys probably witnessed on Tesla a little bit ago, I missed, probably 200-300%, because I was here at this point, and I was like kind of trying to get in, not get in this entire time. And then when I did get in, I got in at the top, right? So then I got squeezed out. Those options held for a little while, and then they, kind of pushed me out from there. So that's kind of something to watch for, is your ability to execute on it. Pick your points, pick your losses, that kind of stuff. It's a probabilities game anyway. So, but as I do want to show you the hype cycle thing, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is it. So this is a Bloomberg terminal. This is an image of a Bloomberg terminal. Now this is XBT is Bitcoin, and Tesla is this company that we're looking at right now. This is the orange is kind of how not Bitcoin, but how, yeah, it's, I apologize. Orange is how Bitcoin went, and then the white is how Tesla is currently going. So it is likely that I think we'll probably see a strong drop off. I did figure that it was going to fall come yesterday. I did anticipate this very strongly. I was told that I should get credit spreads on this day to buy back a credit spread. It was a good idea for like 2 minutes, and then it completely reversed. So I'm glad we didn't do that. But yeah, I think as far as Tesla goes, no, I'm just saying. So there's an Apple trap going on right now. So sometimes when you want to look at traps, you have to look at something called the ADD, which is called the I think it's the what is it? Advanced market decline. It's basically the health of the market in general, and so it tells you kind of how your stock the stock market in general is performing. So right now we're not doing too well actually because if you look at the S&P 500, we kind of tanked down a little bit harder than we anticipated. So that's definitely one thing to keep in mind as far as all this goes. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I can point towards right now. So what I'm doing currently still, because it's still pretty early, the market's only been open for about an hour. So what's going on is I'm just looking for intraday plays. So something that you can buy for maybe $100-$200, ride it out, and then make maybe $100 off it. So that's usually like 100 to 50%. But if you're smart, you can get it. Like Tesla had it, but I missed it because I'm dumb. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Anyone else? I think there are a few other people in this chat. You guys have any questions? Mr. Kim, you wondering anything? Any stock you think we should look at? Yeah, so apparently it is true though. Google does seem to have a pennant going on. So that's interesting. I might actually do something about that. I mean, so I have a bunch of other monitors here, so I'm looking at those right now. So UNH is basically trending upward. SPY's kind of whipsawing. UAL's coming down. McDonald's coming down. Everything's kind of slipping overall. Beyond is whipsawing. Google's just flying away. No, I'm just kidding. It's not flying, but it's moving. So that's what's going on there. And then OLED is coming down. AMD's kind of down and holding. Apple. I should probably take a look at Roku. Roku's a good intraday play usually. So I do not like when it does this. It's so annoying. This was really holy fuck. Okay. So this is a place to be. This is the VWAP, so I'm gonna actually start looking at this one. So puts. All right. I am interested in seeing Roku fall down to 125.8, but I need to break this VWAP, and I need that volume, and the volume is really good already. So I'm probably going to actually take this position below this. So this is another thing. This is the 50% mark of this, and we're pushing, but the stock is not reacting. So let me get something a little bit more pricey. All right, there we go. So this wicking is not my favorite thing ever. I'm just looking to see what could happen here. All right, starting to break. Volume is good. I'm gonna wait on this 1 minute to let me know whether or not this is worth. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait on this 1 minute to let me know whether or not this is worth kind of getting into. So right now I'm just waiting for that because I think it could kind of fall out, and if it does, Roku has a very long way to go actually. So we could go down to like even here. Roku's a huge mover too, so we'll see how that actually goes. I'm gonna be here, so I'll be streaming this whole thing. So if you guys are interested, you guys see any plays, so. Oh, dude, thank you. You have no idea what it means, JT. Like I love that you actually find it helpful. if you want, because there's only like 5 people here, so I could go ahead and kind of fully explain how stocks are, if that's something you're interested in doing. It's totally up to you. You can ask some questions I can probably answer, but I think as you're at least aware at some level, I'm using a trading platform, and on this trading platform, people are buying and selling different stocks, right? And stocks are basically pieces of companies. So they're just percentages of companies. And so a single stock, a stock like Roku, a single stock is maybe worth one out of 100 million shares. And so each one of those shares costs $127 as of this moment. And so what happens is these things are publicly traded. So if people think that it's going to start doing better, then more and more people are going to start buying and selling the stock, and the stock's price will start going up. So when people started thinking Roku was going to do amazing, after this thing right here, it's called an earnings report, which means they announce how much money they made, how their guidance is, what they're expecting to do in the future. When after those are released, people tend to react to it. So around this time, people start thinking that, oh, the stock is going to do really well, and so they start buying and selling at higher and higher prices. And so I'd sell because I want to take profit. Someone else buys because they think it can go further. It's all speculation, and yeah, that's essentially how stocks work. However, what I do is I work with something called options, and that's on the side right here. These are derivatives. I'll explain those, I think, a little bit later if that's something you're interested in. But for the time being, my process is I look for small intraday moves, which means not on a whole day spectrum, but on the in-day version. So it's like from when the market opens, which is 6:30 in California, or 9:30 in New York, to 4 in the afternoon. That time is intraday. So you can make money off those, and some people make a lot of money. So even I've actually made a lot of money during those times, but you got to be smart about it. So now we're seeing a dump, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting into this thing. I should wait, though. The pullback isn't my favorite here. So this wicking, we haven't fully seen this break yet. We have 1 minute till the 15-minute candle starts a new one. So if it reverses, I'll see it on that candle. So I'm going to wait another 50 seconds before I make a decision about the stock. But that volume is huge. Yeah, this volume is very above average. So okay, let me see if there's anything interesting news-wise. Gold might be something worth getting into if the market starts coming down. All right, we got about 15 seconds till this final candle. So this is the 15-minute chart. We've got 15 seconds till this candle is done, and we make a new one. We're pushing into 126. Yep, we're there. Final points. We're gonna see support here, so it's gonna start pushing off that. But this next candle is gonna break it. So now is where we make that decision. So 225. See, this exact line can act as a support or a ceiling. Yeah, okay, so these stocks jumped. But I don't know why, because it just pulled back up. So TOS is Thinkorswim, which is the thing that I'm using right now, is kind of delaying these option reactions. Either that or the last price was just there. See? Exactly. So that's why you got to be careful about these things, is because it can fully just do this reversal thing that it just did now on this exact level that I drew. So so this stuff can get risky in that sense. So be careful about that. It's about, statistics. So you play probabilities in a smart way, you make a lot more money. So this is actually a very good reversal point if there ever were one. So I'm thinking about how I'm gonna do this. Additionally, I think the title of this video is which world events are going to be affecting the the market in general, and it's a lot of things. So the Wuhan coronavirus has been affecting the world markets. The the general Shanghai and Hong Kong protests and stuff like that. In retrospect, I gotta ask, do you think this Wuhan coronavirus was like was like intentionally released as a way to dissipate the protests? It's totally possible. I mean, they ban anything. If I mention anything about Tiananmen Square, I'm totally gonna get demonetized on this video. If I could get monetized, I don't have that many subscribers. So, but those types of things you have to think about. These when the idea of stocks I find very interesting is no one really knows when to stop doing analysis, but one of the best ways of knowing is when something seems like a coincidence. Coincidence is when everything seems to be a coincidence. That's when you start to think to yourself, "Oh, you know what? I think something is going on." Okay, so apparently BA just had a huge pop right now, so I'm gonna take a look at it. Oh my, yeah, that's huge. So, what percent is this? This is it dropped 1.5%. Let me see why. Pop off FAA. Okay, so the FAA is saying the software audit is complete. A lot of people are trying to decide when to chase or not, and this is not one of those times where you would ever, chase a stock. I'm curious to see what Tesla is back at. Did it take off? It did. Nicely done. Interestingly enough, this option literally has not reacted at all, which I'm amazed I didn't even notice, but yeah, this option hasn't reacted whatsoever. It should be back at where, it started, but it's not. So because it's pushing back at this level. So, that's pretty bad. That's a very bad as far as options go, because you don't want that what do you call it? You don't want that level of, trash, essentially. Yeah, I mean, these options do matter, and if the prices don't react well, it's because something sketchy is going on usually. So yeah, this is good actually. I'm waiting on something. What time is it right now? So let me see. I'm at 45 for the day as a loss actually. So I made like $4 on Roku. I lost what? Actually, I can't tell if it shows me the percentage or not. Let me see if I can get it. Percent. This is what I want to know. I want to know the profit loss percentage, which it won't tell me because that's annoying. But $40 here, 50. So $50 on $220 is approximately, I don't know, 20%. It's a bit much. Or no, 40% actually. Because what is it? It's 50 divided by 200, right? Sorry, God, why can't I do math? It's 25%. My bad. So I lost about 25% there. On this one, I made about a little bit less than 2%. So that was really bad. But I did get squeezed out by Tesla. That happens sometimes when you buy something. But so apparently BA is paying out. So let's see what's going on with the stock. It's still pushing. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe this is a good thing. As far as as far as BA goes, this might actually be really good as far as the long term is. So I'm going to wait on today. I'll probably buy credit spreads for this though. Or call spreads. Oh wow, he bought a debit spread. So let's see. BA, Facebook, net debit. Yeah, for next week. That'll definitely hit. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, let me take a look at Tesla again. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna play Tesla again because I already said that the options are dangerous. They're not something you want to deal with right now. So let's not touch stuff like that. Let me take a. I can probably find something else that's even better. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. All right, I'm back. Let's see what's going on. I have a friend who I do this stuff with too, so he'll be at the office soon. And he's coming back from something. So I'm just waiting on see how this market is doing. It's very choppy, so there's a thing yeah, okay, it's extremely choppy. So choppy means when it's like when it doesn't pick a straight direction and it kind of keeps turning around. I don't like choppy behavior. My friend loves it, and he's actually significantly uh, better. Sorry, I got distracted. It's a lot better to he's a lot better at executing than I am, so I can typically find good plays, and he can usually play them better. Yeah, if he were here, he would have played Tesla, and he would have made a shit ton of money. So I have to learn that actually from him because this is a game. I've been doing this forever, but I don't usually day trade. It's not exactly my forte. But it's the first time for everything, right? So we're getting some green on SPY. I don't really care. I don't trade SPY right now. Only I'll play 0 day expiration. Tomorrow's 0 day expiration, by the way. So that's when options make the biggest moves. Okay, so Lockheed Martin is doing okay. Ulta's doing extremely well. It's pushing up very hard. You can take a look at it. I haven't seen their intraday. It's really good, actually. I was talking about it earlier in the day, too. This was a good stock to watch. Oh, my gosh. I don't know why. I intentionally avoided this stock, and that was a mistake because it's moved. I'll tell you how much money you could make on a position like this. So it moved up 3.5%. No, sorry, 4% almost. So if I were to get an option for this stock, yeah, oh my God, the options are up 1,200%, which doesn't, typically happen unless it's a huge move. And so for example, these ones that are $450. Whoops. So I will expand this. So this is the option chain for Ulta. So come morning around 6:30, the price of it was about $43. Now $4, and so that means, or no, I'm sorry, not $460. So it hit a max of 520. So this was the fucking play of the year right now. This right here, and it was super easy. I could have told you just on these charts, like, hey, you see this, you see how this is called price action. If you read it, if you learn how to read it, it's very effective for kind of playing this stuff. But if you watch it, so you kind of pulled up and then we pulled down, we wicked, which means you're going to get more red days. And then you're starting to see this wicking, which means you're going to see a green day. Wicking just means you're getting pressure in the opposite direction. And wicking is a good thing, typically, when you're trying to go the opposite way. So we're seeing it, we're slowly seeing that we're pushing up, but kind of holding these levels. You see this curvature here, and then you realize, oh, the next day is probably going to move a lot. Well, I didn't know it was going to move this much, but it was quite the mover. And all I had to do was put up $40 to make 400. So 1,000% moves. They're called 10 baggers. They're not often, but they do come around. All right, so someone got BA calls, so now I need to see if it's worth looking at. You see, I don't like playing things after huge moves like that. BA is incredibly news driven, so it's hard to kind of make decisions on this stock like that. It's, you gotta be cautious about it. Anyone else in the chat, because there's several of you, I think, anyone else have any questions, any ideas of stocks you should look at? Maybe if you're trying to day trade, let me know, because then we can I can look at the stocks and figure out the levels, and we can try and trade that. Okay, so apparently Tesla's pushing for 800 now. So let's see what's going on with that. No, it's a lie. Okay, so someone lied to me. It's not taking off that far. I think as we push into around 2 o'clock or so, or sorry, 8 o'clock, I'm really wondering that if Chinese factories extend their temporary close, this may cause an effect for other manufacturing components. That is an incredibly good point. I want to show you something right now. No, it's not FOMC. It's Fed rate. What's it called? Okay. So there's a website called Econoday, and it keeps track of all, Federal Reserves and just general market information. So it's called econoday.com. You can come here and you can view certain things, such as the okay, so for example, today we are on Thursday. So these are all the things that happen over this. This is called the PMI, which is called the Product Managers Index. The ISM numbers, these are all numbers that indicate the progress of the economy. So none of these have been too great over the last however long. And so, by the way, if it's taking me a little bit to get to your question, just real quick, I'm telling you, there's like a bit of a delay on this stream, so you're catching it maybe a second or so after, or a few seconds afterwards. So, and that's bad because it usually takes me a few seconds to notice that you posted something. So when this happens, you start seeing the Product Managers Index, which is the most important, decreases. And when that stuff kind of contracts, because we do a lot of importing as the United States, we see a lot of imports. And so if the imports start decreasing, then we start seeing a decrease in the growth, because these companies, we're not buying from China specifically. We're buying in the US, and they are importing from China at their varied prices. And that's just kind of how this whole trading situation goes. Now, this entire, because the Chinese factories being closed is very important. Even for Tesla, it should have a reaction. The fact that the Gigafactory in Shanghai is supposed to be closed right now, I don't know if it is or not. Like, that's not information that most people are privy to. However, if you do somehow have the privy to understand that, they are open and doing well, then, this shouldn't affect the stock. But it is very likely that they themselves are also closed. And if they're closed, we shouldn't be seeing this run right now. We should be seeing a drop in the whole market. But they haven't reacted to that yet. As far as as far as manufacturing goes, we don't have too many US manufacturer companies. And even then, it doesn't matter. You have to think about it this way. So a company like AMD has insane amounts of imports coming from China, right? Because their chipsets are designed there. Yeah, there you go. So the Mega Factory is closed by, yeah, or the Giga Factory is closed by February 10th. So there you go. So these different factories being closed do have a negative impact on the economy because they're not able to produce. But it depends on how long. Because, for example, for Tesla, Tesla has a very hard time keeping up with their production. But so they need to constantly be making more and more cars, because if they don't deliver, then people will stop buying, and that's a problem that people have had. They take too long. By the way, I've been looking into this. This is another important thing to keep in track. While Tesla has an amazing technology built into it, there are downfalls, and one of those downfalls is that their build quality isn't that great. So that's just like, if you're ever considering buying a Tesla, just keep some of those things in mind, because they do affect in the long term of a company as well. Is the quality good enough to determine that the stock can do well forever? By the way, there's a pattern on Facebook called the H pattern. Apparently it's forming. Facebook forming H on 5 minutes. Kind of, not really. So that shortage technically in the long term this is the long term, should cause a stock like AMD and a stock like Tesla to start coming down. So AMD is kind of just gapping down at the moment. I couldn't have really predicted this, only on pre-market I could have. But AMD now, companies like AMD, even Amazon, should be technically coming down as a result of the factories being closed. But the information like that has to kind of be digested by the market, and so that usually takes a little bit. So you may not see the reaction until maybe a week later, and that it's very likely that that's what will happen. So maybe in a week you'll just see it tank, like any stock, all tank stock. Oh, CRISPR. Okay, so there's a stock called CRISPR. I think it's CRISPR. CRISPR's already out, I think. CSPR. Let me see. They're IPOing right now. There's another stock called CRISPR, which is, I bought that a long time ago. CRISPR. CSPR. I haven't done stock in so long that I might actually trade this. Yeah, look at this. It's pushing. So okay, so we're gonna do a live IPO trade now. So let me open up some trade tools. So you have to watch this thing. It's called level 2. It's what determines whether or not a stock is kind of worth holding on to. So in the last, I don't know how long, it's gone up 10% already. So I could put in, $100, make $10. But if I put in like $200, $20, or $1,000, I'd make $100. So let's see if we can go further on this. I don't know any of the fundamentals on this, so you should never ever do that. You should never ever buy a company just for the sake of trading it. But c'est la vie, right? So let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and buy probably at the market orders. So the current ask is around 46. So the volume is very large here, so I can't short it. You can't short stocks like this, by the way. Not yet. And because they're new, so it takes a little bit to short them. And additionally, options don't open up for the stock for 30 days. So Casper Sleep, I've heard about it. They're kind of a bigger company. So they might actually be doing well. Jesus. That drop itself was over 2%. That's not what I meant to do. Interesting. But no, I mean, you do have a point. So that is an important thing to understand, is that these factories being closed will have an effect on the market, but you don't know what exactly. Because it might have no effect on production sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't have effect on the ability for the producers or the companies to provide for their customers. So keep that kind of on watch. Okay, there's something a little bit more interesting, which is Tesla. Tesla's pushing for 1775. Yeah, you see it. Cool. Here we go. This is where you want to watch it. So now I'm going to start playing the call set because calls are easier on this stock right now. All right, let's look at... Am I looking at the right stock? Yeah, that volume is terrible. I'm not going to get this one. All right, this is the stock we're going for. All right, good. Good catch. Good catch, man. That was awesome. So 1775. This is a very powerful level. That's why it's purple. So we want to see how the stock kind of does in this. So the volume here is really high, but now we're getting some selling pressure. But 1770 is a strong one. But 1780 for the last however long was very, very powerful for Tesla. So it's a concern as far as getting selling pressure. And you see these huge wicks. I don't like that. That to me is a very short worthy thing. And I might actually play the opposite. God, I can't play the opposites on Tesla. It's too bad. Their options are not good, so you won't make that much money, or you could even lose money on even not being right. So it's risky. Oh man. Okay. So huge, like big news for Boeing. Boeing, the FAA announced that they will get their approval back in the next few weeks. So that's really good. This company, you're going to start seeing some huge fucking moves on Boeing. So I would say, watch Boeing. I'm not going to intraday trade it at all. I have no interest right now with that. So I like the... Okay, so I'm going to start trading this. So let me see if I can do this. So we're seeing the come around right now. Pressure's building. Volume. Average. 30 seconds we hit the average, which is good. We're going down a little bit. Let me set my levels now. So if I got a break 1775, we could go to 1787, and I might get out at 1785 then. But it's gonna push out before then, so 1784 or 784, 17. It's weird calling Tesla a $700 stock. Their valuation is like way too high. They got evaluated to push up to I think over what like $100 billion worth company, and it's definitely not worth that. Okay. This is almost my confirmation. This wick right here and this candle, I think I'm going to get in. But 1775 is really strong. Like, it's really pushing the stock down. You can see that. It's getting rejected by it repeatedly. So, that happens every now and then. You have to watch for these levels. They're very strong, and they can totally squeeze you out. So I'm going to wait. I needed to properly break 1775, and I needed to not do it the way that it's been working. So what's been happening is, this candle closes 1774, and this one closes at 1780. So each individual candle is moving dollars per dollar, which is really, it's very stressful because you can't set more specific strike prices. There we go. See, it's happening right now. It's pushing above, above. So this thing is pushing farther. I don't necessarily have supports on this. We're getting rejections at 1785, roughly. So that's something. All right, 780. That's a good place to start punching for this stock. What did I say it can go to? 787. It could go further, but we're gonna have to go through some of this. But we officially have consolidation on the 1775s as long as this new candle doesn't kind of fall below it. But I'm prepping up this one for sure. I think if it breaks, okay. The least forced play I could ever take on something like this would be if Tesla breaks 17 or 785, because 780 has been a big level already, and I really just needed to beat it properly. So I'll have to wait. And this is kind of what this is. You have to be really patient. So JT, if you don't mind my asking, how long ago did you get into stocks, or like what's getting you into stocks, I guess? And are you like a student or anything like that? All right, there we go. We're starting to see push. 17. I need this thing to adjust now. Man, here we go. If it breaks 1785, I'll take it to 1790. I might even take it to just 800 period and just hold it till then. But only if I can take it to. Apparently BA just had a massive tank. I have Apple and V and Tesla. Yeah, I think. Oh my God! Holy crap! I told you, don't play these, man. You see this? You see this? People, everyone's trying to get in calls on this stuff, and then immediately just get pushed down to hell. That was terrible. Yeah, dude, I love Tesla stock. I think Tesla's a great company. I think they're ahead of their. I think they're ahead of every single artificial intelligence. Sensor based auto driving or anything, period. Like, I don't think there's a single company that's doing it better, right? But I also think that, there's, you know there's like a cause for concern. Oh wow, BA has identified problem in the new software. I'm working in the IT field in Korea, and I've been starting to buy Nasdaq at the end of last year. Yeah, that's awesome. I figured you were Korean, so that's good. It's good that they let you trade on the Nasdaq. All right, we're not breaking yet. So, if you own Tesla stock, if you've owned Tesla stock up until now, I think it's really good that you were in it. I would say though, after a little while, it may be wise to sell it, because I'm thinking that it's possible that Tesla could start coming down in the next however long. I mean, right now you're fine, obviously, but over the next few months or weeks, I don't know how the stock will react. So you can't promise yourself that it's gonna stay where it is. But I mean, if you're a long term investor, then you're gonna kind of keep these things the whole time, so it won't matter too much to you. See, okay, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the price of this thing has been going up despite the fact that it's not breaking into anything new. So that's how you know these options are really weird, and you have to be extremely careful around them. Okay, so a lot of people are saying be careful with 790. I honestly I don't think I want to even trade this at all, but all right. We're breaking 786, right? Yeah, this stock is pushing. IT is also a really good field to be in. I'm an electrical engineer, but trade. I'm actually a student, but well, I just graduated, but yeah, I've been doing the stock stuff since I was like 18 years old or 17 years old. So I always found it pretty fascinating. Now I'm trying to actually play it in the big games. So it's an awesome place to be, because you learn a lot about this stuff. So it's pretty awesome. I love it. I love this stuff. Okay, so I'm still trying to see where I should go around here. 790 is proving to be the actual holdback piece here. So I'm thinking about waiting even longer, because that's how I do this apparently. Uh, I do really need to practice my intraday trading though. This is bad. This thing looks like it's actually going to reverse if it holds the 15. Oh, but it's brand new. This 15-minute chart is brand new. I think what's mostly guiding my play, my thinking here is that Tesla's just moving so fast that, these pullbacks like mentally are debilitating. So they kind of hurt and they get kind of scary because it's like you don't know how much longer it's going to keep on this run. Like Tesla is already up. I'll tell you, I'll show you. Look at all these levels that I've set. What, 10%? 15% for the day? How much higher can this thing go? So we're breaking 790. Let me see. All right. My option is a bit too expensive for me, my taste. Let me try to get a slightly cheaper one. All right, 220. All right. I'm going to hold this till... There we go. I'm in. So I'm going to hold this till it hits 800. You see how this thing is jumping? It's moving so fast. You see that? That jump? Oh, god damn it. Why is this going to happen again? Oof. Man, that's a big drop on this price. That's like $20 already. So I'm trying to sell out again because this keeps happening. God damn it. So how much am I down today? $95? All right. So I'm having a rough time with Tesla right now. So I'm going to probably take a breather off this stock and I'm probably going to get off the stream for a bit. I'll come back around midday hopefully, but I told you I'm not the day trader here. So I'm just having way too much of a hard time with this stock right now. So it's kind of keeps squeezing me out. But hey, JT or Kim or whatever you want me to call you, It was awesome having you here, man. I appreciate it. If you want to come back, you can subscribe, set the price alerts. If you have any questions, I'll answer them, of course. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, and it's part of the game. Like every trader loses money every now and then, so it is what it is. But look at me now; it's fucking taken off. You see, you can't let these little drops squeeze you out. They always squeeze me out every time, cause I'm like a terrible intraday trader. It's really bad, actually. It's really frustrating, but these options are even more frustrating. So I don't really, I don't really know what to say as far as this goes. But yeah, so maybe I'll figure out a way to recover this. Maybe I won't. It's part of the game. You gotta take it. You gotta play as it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. I love. Yeah, having you here was awesome. If you anytime you got questions, you can just post them. I'll probably make full videos about them, honestly, because it's how we grow, right? So you have any questions, I'll answer them. I'll break them down in full videos. I'll at you in the title so you can come check it out. Just feel free to subscribe, turn on the notifications so whenever I post something. If you have any questions, you can just post it in this video. Just keep the link or whatever. Put it in the comments below, or you could even just write it here. I'll be able to see it. So that's all you, man. But yeah, I'll see you guys again probably in a bit. Maybe I need to take a little break. I need to meditate on my trades so far. They haven't been great, so I got to learn from them. You know what I mean? But it's part of the game. So thank you guys for watching. I'll be back, I think, a bit later. So I'll see you guys next time.